Years ago, I had a nightmare about my own death. In this dream, I woke up hungover from a night of drinking and drugs, but was horrified to see a live TV news broadcast about my own demise.
Scene of a tragic incident turned deadly. The victim, 21-year-old Dan Henderson, was found dead of a knife wound at 8:28.
Seeing my haunting death reported on screen was a surreal moment. I felt all the shame and embarrassment of leaving an empty legacy behind.
The police have not ID'd anyone in this incident. We do have some.
Being remembered this way hit me hard. I mean, who really wants to be remembered like that?
You knew Dan Henderson.
Yeah, I knew him. We dated for a little bit, and it didn't last long. He always wanted to get drunk and high. That's all he cared about. So the way he went out, I'm not surprised that he's dead.
As the hopelessness of my wasted life was being played out in front of me,
You knew Dan as well.
Yeah, he was not good to my girl. And he still owes me 20 bucks.
Well, there you have it. Apparently, Dan Henderson was not a very good person. He didn't do anything with his life, and he died the death of a drunken fool face down in the street. Back to you, Annika and Troy.
my regrets were overpowering. Just as I felt all hope was gone, I woke up from that dream and found an intense moment of clarity. It was clear to me that if I didn't change, this would most likely be my future. I needed change. Drinking, drugs, girls, and fighting would be my end. But you know how life is. Good thoughts and intentions don't actually do the real work of changing anything. Within a year of this crazy dream, my young life did nearly end, just like this dream foreshadowed. On March 16th, 2001, I nearly died, face down in a pool of blood. The next day, I woke up in a hospital bed with a closed head injury and several stitches that were reattaching my nearly severed ear. I was simply thankful to be alive. Was this dream an actual warning from God, or was it just a crazy coincidence? This launched me on a quest for ultimate truth. I wanted to know. I needed change, and I was determined to find it. Ultimately, I did find my change. One night, out of desperation, I picked up a Bible. I read it, and step by step, I did my research, learning as much as I could. I simply started looking for answers. I was tired of living for nothing. When I read what Jesus said in John 8:12, I am the light of the world. Anyone who follows me will not stumble in darkness, but will have the light of life. It shook me awake, and I started to see Jesus in a new light. After more careful study and soul searching, I found my change, and I never had to go back to my old ways. It's been over 20 years since I found my change, and I'm still excited to hear of other people's lives being changed. And now I'm happy to share with you 3 stories of lives that have been changed. Welcome to Change Volume 2.
Alcohol was always in my family. I was in a dark, dark, dark place. So at that time, I planted a seed, and that seed was, I'm gonna die at the age of 25.
I'm old enough to have been in the first wave of hippies. The Vietnam War was raging. Friends were coming home dead, and most of us just said, I'm checking out. And that's what we did. And everything went up in flames.
My dad was a kingpin, big dealer. Yeah, his lifestyle landed him in prison. A lot of older people around me in the neighborhood put guns in my hands. If your mind isn't elevated beyond that atmosphere, you get sucked into it.
And later on that night, I started having convulsions. Then the Lord said, and if you do die, this is what will happen. He showed me the future, and he gave me options.
God called me out, he says, Arthur, he says, come here.
I didn't give up when I should have gave up.
I knew it was God.
But the best thing is I have Jesus to lead me there. This is for his glory.